Okay, hey everyone, this is Sam the Frugal Hookah Gardener. I'm inside my enclosed car hauler, and this is a dual spring assist that I just installed. I removed the single spring assist and put in a dual because I modified my door. I beefed it up. I made it more than twice as strong, which made it more than twice as heavy. So I needed to go to a dual spring assist. So what I want to do in this video is show you how I tighten it or put the tension on it the easy way. I call it self-adjusting. A lot of people do it with the door down, and then you have to use these bars and tension in it and tighten it up. It's real hard to do. The easy way is put some light in your trailer, close the door and latch it, and I'm going to show you how to do it from the inside. So all you got to do is give it 2 turns on the spring, maybe 2.5. You have to feel out the tension, and that's it. You tighten it down and the door opens and it's adjusted. No messing around with the bars that could slip out of your hand, hit you in the jar, and all that. This is just self-adjusting, real easy. Shut the door, tighten it up, boom, it's done. Let me show you how it's done. Okay, so if you want to see how I installed that, the videos are down below. If you want to see how I fabricated the door to beef it up and make it heavy, because I put horizontal and vertical on the door framing and welded it to make it super solid, because I pull in a heavy tractor in here to haul it around, and it bowed a little bit. I straightened it out. That video's down below as well. You know, all the videos to do the door are down below. Just click on the link. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is close your door. So make sure you have some light in your trailer or you won't be able to see. Okay, so the door's closed. I got a pair of vice grips. You're going to want to go ahead and take a pair of vice grips, and you want to put it on here. So by moving on this side, by going like this with the vice grips, it will loosen up. So I can just go ahead and remove the cable like this. And just take it out like that of the slot. Okay, so same thing over here. This is now holding the spring. And I can remove the cable. Okay, so I undid that. So if you're replacing the cable, just undo it, put the new one on, and then I'll show you how we spool it up in a second. Okay, so you loosen this up, make sure your space is in there, and that this is flush with that. Go ahead and make sure that your cable is not kinked up, so straighten it out. Okay, so with your cable straight, with this little piece here, you just make sure it goes in that little groove, and that the black side is to your left. Or if there's no marking, just make sure that this cable goes this way and not that way. So you want to go ahead and tighten this up. I don't know if I'm in your way or not. I'll try to do it like this. I'm trying to hold pressure on it. This is free, but I want to hold pressure on the cable so it don't loosen up. And just turn it till it winds on. Okay, so notice this is on here. This is snug. So now you want to tighten these up. Okay, so just get that snug a little bit. This is tight, and when you move the vice grips, that turns. So let's go do the other side. Okay, so right over here, you want to take this cable. You want to straighten it up, get all the kinks out. Okay, so with the cable straight, there's no kinks in it. You want to, this is the red side. The red side is always to your right when you're looking out. And once again, you want to make sure the cable goes this way. If it's going the opposite way, you got it on wrong. And you want these bolts on the inside. So with this in here properly, you want to tighten it up. Same as before. You want to make sure they stay in the grooves. Okay, so with this tight, you want to tighten up this screw with that all the way into the spacer. Just snug it up. That's good for now. Okay. Okay, so now what you want to do with the ruler, measure from the bracket out. In my case, it's 36 inches. 36 inches to this tape right there. Okay, put the tape away. Okay, so after you measure, you want to take these, and I think you can see. Right here, you want to just go there's one turn. Two turns, depending on the width of your door, should be fine. I'm going 2.5 because I think that's what it's going to take. So I'm just going to go one more half right here. Now I'm going to take the spring and I'm going to push the spring like this. And I'm going to hold it with the bar right at that tape mark. Okay, I'm going to give it a tighten. I'm going to do the back one too. Okay, I just snugged it. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to go 2.5. So I'm going to go okay, here's one turn to that nut. Here's 2 turns to that nut. Now we can go 1/2, and that's 1/2 right there. Now I want to move the spring over to the tape. Okay, the spring is at that tape mark. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. Okay, that's tightened. I'm going to snug the back one up because I still might have to adjust it. Okay, so everything's tight. I got the vice grips on here. The door on the outside is latched, so I have to go around, unlatch it, and open it up for the first time to see how easy it goes. So let's see how that works out. So I'm going to undo this. I don't need this on here anymore because the door's closed and the latch is on. It opened up nicely. Look at this, one finger. I'll use 2 fingers. Okay, that worked out perfectly. So that's how you self-auto adjust your springs. It's so easy. Shut the door, latch it, make sure everything's on there nice and snug. Put the new cable around, tighten it up, undo your vice grips, go out. After you adjust the springs like I showed you, measure out from both sides so you know that the springs have the same tension, and then lower the door and raise it till it feels comfortable for you. Comes down nice and easy, doesn't slam the floor. I use 2 fingers, lift it up, and it'll come up. So when it comes up, you don't want it to slam. So I hold the handle and I bring it in slowly. And when it's all the way in, it's snug. Some people have it to where it's a little loose and then they latch it. Right now, with 2.5 turns, it comes up and it's snug. You want it snug. But the most important thing is You want the end of it to touch the ground nice and softly, and with using 2 fingers you want to be able to lift it, because you don't want to strain to lift it. You just want to lift it easy, and as it goes up, hold the handle and close it. If you release it, it's going to go bang. So then you would loosen it up, but it would be heavier to lift. I rather have it light to lift and close it easily. And when it's closed and your latches are not on, you can walk away from it and then open it up again. And then, latch it when you want to latch it. So let me shut the door again. Okay, so just to show you, the door's closed with the spring. I don't have it latched, but look. I could go ahead and push it. And if I want, I could push it down. With my foot, I could open it all the way up. And from in here, I could close it. And look, it's closed nice all the way around. So with both sides snug, you don't want this loose at all. And that's why it's snug, because it's not loose. See it? And that means this spring is not going to unravel. If this was loose, this could jump over on those and kink it. So, but with it tight, it's not going to jump off. So remember, I got the spacer in here. This is tight. Here's the spring. The spring comes over. You can see where I measured. Same thing here. This is nice and tight. Got the spacer in there. This end, see how this end is right where that light is perfectly? Same thing over here. This end is lined up with that nicely, so when this is open, it does not rub on the door. Okay, so I'm working with the ground light and other lights just because it would be dark in here. So I hope you enjoyed my video on how the easiest way, I feel it's the easiest way to adjust your springs, or to go ahead and put new cables on it, or to change out your spring. Because every now and then you're going to have to change out your cable if they wear out, or if they jump track and kink. You don't want a kinked one. If a spring breaks, you want to replace it. Or if the door's coming up too hard, or if it's too heavy to lift, you want to put the vice grips on here and back it off a quarter turn on both sides. Make sure it's to where the measurement is. So I leave this on there so I know exactly where the measurement is. Okay, so if you enjoyed my video on how to adjust your springs or to put a new cable on your springs, make sure you give me a like, give me a share, subscribe to my channel. Read the description below and come on over to one of my Facebook groups that I have. If you have any comments, leave them below. I hope I helped you out. Hope to see you soon.